Hey, how you doing, guys? I'm with Tech Change Solutions. I'm just here to talk about the difference between the apprenticeship and college versus the two. And also, I want to talk about job proofing your life from AI. AI is coming. It's definitely coming. Now at my workplace, they're thinking about using AI to help us troubleshoot. I'll be honest, troubleshooting is one of my most favorite things to do. I have a problem. I need to figure it out. I like I like to do that. There's times where it would be troubleshooting 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe a couple hours, sometimes 18 hours. But the process of troubleshooting is so much fun. So let's begin. Let's talk about the apprenticeship committee. Apprentice, the idea of apprentice has always been around since the beginning of time, right? You have someone who has knowledge and ability training a younger person to be able to do that job. That is an apprentice, ultimately. So the true nature of the apprenticeship started in the Middle Ages. It emerged as like almost like an organized apprenticeship system. Experienced painters would train their less experienced newbies. The masons would train their dedicated apprentices. So that's what would happen in the back in the day, the Middle Ages, is someone would train another person. So that journeyman trains the apprentice, and then that journeyman retires. Now that apprentice becomes the journeyman, training the other apprentice, cycle of life. So, what is an apprenticeship? Apprenticeship is a type of training program that involves both workplace and work and doing the job, getting paid. By the way, you need to get paid with combination of instruction and classroom education. So I have an apprenticeship program at my current workplace, and what we have is every Monday they go on there and do online computer-based training. My electrical technicians, I have them go into the lab, install drives, program PLCs, do a start and stop circuit, etc. That's what I do to my apprentice during their time. After that, they go onto the floor. They go on the floor and work with a certified journeyman. That certified journeyman watches them, oversees them, fixes them, sometimes not very nicely. Sometimes the fix is a little bit aggressive. I had many types of people being very aggressive, but my years in the military, I've learned to handle that person. So again, apprenticeship, hands-on, etc. Now in Pennsylvania, what they think is an apprentice is someone who is into the program, doing hands-on, like I told you, doing classroom, and to finish the program for electrical anyway, you need 166 to 180 school hours. Then you that each year to most probably 600-700 school hours. Then you need 8,000 work hours to finish your program. If you have a 4-year program, that's 2,000 hours. I just hope you're not off a lot, because if you are, you're going to be finished the program and still not a journeyman quite yet, which the contractor is going to love because they don't have to pay you full rate. And that's the great thing. As an apprentice, you get paid. You get paid from the beginning to the end. Each level, you get paid more. And another great thing is when you're a journeyman, you have flexibility. So now you're a certified journeyman through that apprenticeship program. You can do your own thing. You could find another contractor to work for. But because you have those papers, which is for life, you are now a journeyman. Let's talk about some other elements of the apprenticeship program, the benefits. I'll be honest. I am so glad that I went into an apprenticeship. And how did I become an apprentice? I'll tell you. Funny story. I was active duty Army. I left in 97. I tried all these jobs. I tried waitering. I was a singing, dancing waiter. I would sing, dance, do flips with you. I used to do competitive country dancing, line dancing in Texas. I only get 4th or 5th place, but I still, out of 20, I still did pretty good. So I would sing and dance as a waiter. I had lines waiting for me. I would treat the customers like family, but I knew it wasn't my life. I just did that for fun because after the United States military, which I was a combat engineer, one of the hardest jobs out there, I would literally work 4 to 5 days with no sleep. So when I got out of active duty army, I was looking for a job that was fun, and waitering to me was enjoyable. It wasn't nowhere. So then I moved on to a company called Pep Boys as a wholesale manager. No experience, by the way. Taught myself. I was working on that job, doing things. I was not happy. I wanted to go back active duty. Then I went to the country bar called 925 XTU. Awesome country bar. I wish they would reopen that because they did a combination of country dancing, fast dancing. It was great. So then I meet my future wife. I saw her. Right? So across the dance floor, I threw her a fake rope. I pulled her in with the fake rope. She cut it. I'm like, that's my girl. So off of that, we decided to get married, and she's like, I'm not moving where you live. I lived north of Philadelphia. I'm not going to talk about the town. It just looks like Philadelphia. Looks like Philadelphia. So with that, I had to move because now I'm engaged to be married. So I don't care where I live. Remember, I'm United States active duty army. I don't care where I live. I had no issues with that. So I moved down to her to a town called Media, Pennsylvania. I needed to find a job. I needed to find a job bad. So someone said, "Hey, why don't you try this residential electrical contractor?" I'm like, "Sure." So I go to the electrical contractor, and with no experience, none. So I sit in the interview. We're talking. They're asking about my experience, what I know about the electrical trade, which is nothing. And they, after everything's done, they go, "How much would you like to get paid?" So I'm like, "What is your best person getting paid?" They're like, $26 an hour. I'm like, "All right. What's your least experience? Doesn't really. You're just basically a runner. How much does that person get paid?" $9 an hour. I'm like, "Oh, I'll take 13." They go, 13? No way. They were fighting me on it. I'm like, look, $13 an hour. I'm not cocky, but I do know me. I'm very aggressive. I take initiative. I will figure this out within a year, and I can literally probably be working on my own at that point. And you don't have to watch me. I will get the job done. They're like, wow, this guy's confident. They gave me 13. I did that for a couple of years. Residential, non-union is usually sometimes good, but sometimes not. Even union, the individual, the boss, right? You have leaders and boss. There were bosses there. Made it so uncomfortable that I almost literally beat people up, which I'm not a violent guy, but they got me there. So then I heard through the grapevine, through friends and family, which, by the way, apprenticeships are hard to get in unless you know somebody. If you don't know anybody, you're not getting in some of the apprenticeships. So I got lucky. I got in. That was great. Apprenticeships. I was there. It's a 5-year program. I did 190 hours of school each year and 2,000 work hours each year. And I finished with a 5-year program, certified journeyman, and I felt happy and content because of that. So that's what I'm telling you. A journeyman electrician, they make good money. I'll be honest with you. They make really good money, and you can do your own thing. I would get certified and licensed, but you can do your own thing outside of work. You don't need to work for someone once you have your journeyman's card. That's amazing. So I just wanted to let you know that's an apprenticeship. It is out there. There's many different types. You have electrical, mechanical, you have carpentry, bricklayers, painters. I think they're painters, boilermakers, steam fitters, and I'm thinking of millwrights. So you have many different trades. Don't forget about hospital workers and everything else. There's many different trades that you can look for. Look for your interest. Look online. Go to the state of Pennsylvania to look. Let me see if I could show you that. If I could show you the Oh yeah, here it goes. Okay, cool. Let me pull this up, get the share screen here. So what I'm going to do, don't mind this. Uh, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you the state of Pennsylvania's website. Give me a minute. Computer's not liking this. All right. Move this over. Don't mind that. Don't get political, please. And so it's easy. You just go on there, type in apprenticeship program, state of Pennsylvania, PA career link. So find a registered apprenticeship program. And there it goes. All the different types of apprenticeships that are out there for you. And look at the average salary. Some of those apprentices, $80,000. There it goes. Paid job, on the job learning, classroom mentorship, which I forgot to tell you. So it should be a certified journeyman there at the whole process, teaching you how to be that trade. They are reliable most of the time. Sometimes you might get someone not 100% reliable, but what I tell my apprentices is don't learn bad habits from them. So this is basically it. Apprenticeship, contact them. It's pretty easy. Now let's talk about versus college. Let me unshare my screen. Let's talk about, doesn't like me unshare my screen. So let's talk about college. I'll be honest. I am 52 years old and I kind of regret never receiving a degree. I'll be honest with you. I love the fact that I'm a journeyman. I enjoy it, but I don't know why. I just like the fact of having a degree. Like I tell my son, find something you're interested in. As long as you don't have kids, you pretty much can do kind of different things. So what I was just at college, right now I'm taking business entrepreneur, just associates. Now I'm going into teaching. I'm getting away from off the working on the floor, working in an industrial complex. Now I'm getting into teaching. I'll be teaching at the local technical high school, electrical one, but I need college. So that's why I said I regret not going to college. So like I said, you can go become a journeyman and then go to college. Because usually, I'll be honest with you, my brain has not developed until I was 23, 24 years old. I was probably the craziest guy you ever met before that. Every person I dated said I was unmarriable, not able to be married because I was that crazy. And I didn't develop my brain, my mindset until 23, 24 years old. So after that, I probably could have went to college because I was more stable, more in my mind. So college, let's look at it. College has ranged in multiple prices, in-state, out-state. Now with these paying the student loans, massive loans, some are like they're charging you way too much interest. They are putting you in a broke status. You know, I'll be honest, I would rather go to local community college, pay as little as possible, and just pay out of pocket, unless you get a scholarship. Colleges, I think, are great. They're good for something. I know a lot of people in my workplace, they're leaders, managers, and they're not the degree in which they're doing that job. I had one that was a physical therapist. He was my manager. Another one was an art major, manager. What they care for in that type of environment is you have a degree and you have the math to do the job and you can lead. So if you got college, remember, there's jobs out there. You don't have to do the thing you did in college. You can find it. So that's what I'm saying. Versus apprenticeship versus college, they're both good. But if you do college, try to find the cheapest path possible so you don't have to pay those outrageous loans. Or maybe go into apprenticeship, become a journeyman, then go to college. And you're a journeyman making good money, pay for your college. Now let's talk about proofing, AI proofing our jobs. Unfortunately, they're taking over the art, the graphic designing, coding, stuff like that. But they cannot take over the trades except for maybe masonry. Electrical, someone needs to repair that robot, needs to repair the AI equipment. So electrician. Other things is like a machinist or someone that can make parts. I know that AI has equipment that can make parts, but sometimes you need hands, that dexterity to make good parts. Until they get there, you'll be doing that. Boilermakers, steam fitters, because of the vessels being so huge, it's, until they figure out how to get the equipment in there, I doubt that's going to be AI anytime soon. Carpenters, stuff like that. So the proof your AI is one, maybe get into a trade that probably won't be taken over anytime soon. Maybe take a management job somewhere for a company. They're not going to replace AI for managers. Other things is anything you could think of that's AI just not beneficial yet. That's what I would say. Proofing yourself from AI. So if you have a job that slowly you can see AI taking over, maybe start looking into another field and get ready. Join an apprenticeship, go back to school, something before the AI takes over. So that's what I was going to tell you, the difference between apprenticeship and college and AI taking over. What I'm trying to start, by the way, Tech Train Solutions, if I can find partners in the Delaware County area, even a little bit out, I'm trying to start an apprenticeship program, electrical apprenticeship program. So, but what I would need is contractors, companies that have in-house electricians that want apprentices. I will do the learning, the teaching, you do the hiring. I can also make sure they're doing their classwork, maintain their files. All I need for you is to maintain their focus, make sure journeyman's working with them, staying safe, and let's work together. Come to me, contact me at spq@techtrainsolutions.com or at 610-574-2350. All right. So that's the difference between all those three. Apprenticeship, I'll be honest, I loved it. I'll be honest. It was great meeting people, getting to know them. We went to school between us, sometimes we went out to drink. A lot of fun though. Great. My apprenticeship program, my workplace. Some of our best electricians and mechanics came from off the floor and were developed through our apprenticeship program. So if your company, do realize that some of your best electricians or mechanics will come off the floor and I will train them for you. So that's what I want to talk about. I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day once I get there.